Hey guys, it's Captain Gary. Thank you for joining us on another edition of Outdoor Addiction. Today I am at my favorite place in my hometown in Middlebury, Indiana at Tackle Shack Bait and Tackle, and have we got a segment for you. Yesterday was opening day of trout season and a little boy caught a monster that legends are made of. Today we are going to interview him, and I cannot wait till we talk to him about what happened on opening day of trout season. Stay tuned. Do not move from that chair. Watch a message from a few of our sponsors and then get right back as we talk about a kid's trout of a lifetime. You don't move. Stay here. This is going to be awesome.
Good afternoon from the Tackle Shack. This is Brendan here, and we've got some special guests in our store this afternoon. We've got Cooper and his folks with us here today to tell a story of something that happened yesterday out fishing for the opener of trout season here locally. We've got the little Elkhart River that flows in behind our building here and through town, and something happened yesterday to Cooper that caught our attention, so we wanted to bring you in here. I was at a softball game with my daughter, and our employees sent me some pictures. Cooper and his uncle Matt had stopped by with a giant rainbow trout that Cooper had caught earlier in the day. And so as I tried to hunt down who is Cooper and who is Matt and who are his folks, we found them, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to bring Captain Gary in here from Outdoor Addiction and get an interview done. So without further ado, let's bring Gary in here and get this thing rolling on how things went down.
Well, I am so pumped to be here today. Thank you for this great idea for having us. Cooper, it is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Captain Gary from Outdoor Addiction, and we've seen each other around before. I think we were at some fireworks together last year, is that right? On the 4th of July and that kind of thing. What I did not know about you is that you would become the most famous fisherman in our hometown right here in Middlebury, Indiana. Now, most of you know I also pastor the Middlebury Community Church, and yesterday we were busy with a lot of building projects and a lot of exciting things happened at our church, so I missed opening day of trout season. Cannot believe it. The Lord had to win out, had to do his work yesterday, but as we got done at church, I began to drive around. I was checking creeks, I was talking to a lot of guys, even the bridge by our house where we live. But then one story was spreading through our hometown, and that was the story of this giant trout that was caught right downtown Middlebury at Riverbend Park. And so today, my friend Cooper is here, along with your parents. I want to thank you for coming, but what I got to do, I have to hear this story right from you. So if you would look in that camera and let our viewers know exactly what happened opening morning of trout season.
Well, I just was fishing, or trying to at least catch some fish, and then he swam up by the bank and he was sitting there like a log, or at least it looked like a log in the water, and then I just started jiggling with him, and he was getting mad and madder, and then finally came up and bit it, and then he was all ticked off, went around by the other bank and got my line stuck on tree branches, and then it snapped my line, and he came back up again, and I couldn't believe that he came back, and I caught him again because I kept ticking him off. And then
hey, that works.
He just bit it again, and then that time I got to thank Matt for taking me. And
tell us who Matt is.
My uncle.
Matt's your uncle, okay.
And Oliver Miller, he went out, he had his waders on, and he went out in the water and put it in the net, and it started to bite through the net, and it put a hole, because that fish was like 4 times the size of the net.
Oh, wow.
Then he finally threw it on the bank and got it.
I just want you to know, Brendan will tell you, him and I have been fishing a long time. when you're catching fish bigger than your net, those are good problems to have, isn't that right?
That's a good
day. That is a great day. So, everybody wants to know who's watching the show this morning, how big was the fish?
11 pounds, and it was 29 inches.
20, did you hear
Incredible.
that? 29-inch rainbow trout right here. That creek runs right through your store property.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you
amazing.
ever dream there'd be a 29-inch rainbow trout
No, we usually
right
look
at your
for,
shop?
for 9-inch.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I just want to congratulate you. We both do. We have been fishing for a long, long time, and I just want to congratulate you literally on the catch of a lifetime. I know you're going to be getting it mounted, and then maybe after that mount is done, your uncle could stop by. We could show everybody at home that mount and talk some more about the incredible day you had. But there's one other thing I heard. Mom and Dad, is this true? That's the first rainbow trout he's ever caught in his life?
Yes.
Well, I hope as time goes on, you're not too disappointed because Brendan will tell you a 29-inch over 11 pounds. That fish was over 11 pounds. It was right here in your store. You rushed to come see it. It's at 11.72 rainbow trout. So you are 11 years old. Here's what I want you to know. I have been fishing for a long time, many, many centuries. The only rainbow trout I've ever caught that are that big or a little bigger are the steelhead trout that we catch in Mishawaka and Lake Michigan and even Lake Erie. But I have never in my life seen a trout as big as yours, especially right here in our backyard. So congratulations. I want to tell you a story. When Tackle Shack first opened, my daughter, who was about your age at the time, her name is Ashley, we were fishing at a local lake called Oliver Lake in LaGrange County. She said, Dad, it was dark. We do a lot of nighttime trout fishing. She said, Daddy, come help me because I'm hooked on the anchor. Well, guess what happened? When I grabbed the rod, it pulled back. Anchors, as good as they are, never pull back. I said, I don't know what this is, Ashley, but I want you to catch it because just like you, Cooper, I want it to be your fish. When she reeled it in, it was a brown trout, weighed over 8 pounds. We also brought it into Tackle Shack in the old building across the street and put up some pictures of that, and that stayed in that shop, I guess, till the day you moved into this new awesome location. So, Brendan and I wanted to say, job well done. Welcome to the world of fishing. I think you ready for it? Hooked now. Sorry about that. I really think you're hooked now, and I look forward to you teaching me how to trout fish because it sounds like you have perfected the art. And just congratulations. Thanks so much for being on Outdoor Addiction today. Folks, this is why we love this show. This is why I love going not only around the whole United States, fishing, hunting, serving my outdoor addiction, but I love when kids catch really a record fish of a lifetime. And Cooper, thank you for sharing a little bit of time with us today, and I will be looking for more big fish from you because now that you have the feeling, you got it down pat. So we'll trust him to bring more and more fish. You have tile squares in here. You can replace them if we get a little fish stuff all over the floors, right?
That's right.
Anyhow, folks, thank you for watching this segment of Outdoor Addiction. And remember, you never know where your addiction might lead you.
Dutchman Hunting Supplies in Shipshewana is your home for quality firearms, ammo, fishing, archery, tree stands, clothing, optics, and everything outdoors. Get fantastic value when you shop great name brands like Bowtech, Hoyt, Matthews, Savage, Winchester, Browning, and many more. Visit Dutchman Hunting Supplies at 8435 West US 20 in Shipshewana. Call 260-768-3283. That's 260-768-3283.
Hey, welcome to One Stop Furniture and Mattress. You've come to the right place. Here at One Stop Furniture, we offer everything from dining rooms, living rooms, bedrooms, including mattresses, and so much more. We really are your one-stop shop for all of your home needs. And your biggest benefit, besides excellent prices, we hold inventory of most items and we'll sell to you straight off the showroom floor. No waiting months for your order. Give us a call at 322-2012.
Nobody creates winning baits like Legendary Baits by Aaron Hostetler in Shipshewana. From laminate two-tone colors and variety boxes to bulk bait and even custom rods, experience the difference at Legendary Baits. Available at Cloverleaf Outdoor, White Pigeon, and Junior's Bait and Tackle in Topeka. Or call Aaron direct, 260-336-8089. Legendary Baits. Do you have a fancy farm girl in your life? Then discover the Fancy Farm Girl Boutique on the upper level inside Yoder's Red Barn Shops in beautiful Shipshewana. The Fancy Farm Girl Boutique has a heart for our locals, and we love our tourists. Check out the trendy but modest women's styles, from the popular denim skirts, classy concealed carry handbags, Roma boots, and exclusive Kinsley Armel jewelry, to locally crafted wood signs, jewelry, and apparel. The Fancy Farm Girl Boutique, in style and down home.
Breakfast never tasted so authentic at Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill. In a hurry? Stop in for our breakfast burrito and coffee to go. Made with the freshest ingredients and paired with our special Monterey Blend coffee. Call to order and pick up on your way to work or school at Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill in Mishawaka.
We are so happy today to be in studio with our fish biologist from the Indiana Department of Natural Resources, Matt Horsley. Welcome to our show. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Gary.
Give us a little background about yourself, please.
Yeah, I grew up hunting and fishing my whole life. I spent a lot of time with my grandma and uncle out on the water, and it just sparked my interest. I loved that activity, and I wanted to pursue it as a field. And I went to Michigan State University, and then I worked in the private sector for a little bit, and then I moved here to the state and worked for the state for a couple years as a seasonal employee, and then I was able to come back in 2017 full-time as a assistant biologist under Larry Koza. I'm in District 2, and then once he retired, I took his spot, and now I'm the District 2 biologist.
And District 2 covers where, for everybody to know what District 2 is?
Yeah, District 2 is actually our smallest district, but we have a lot of waters up here. It's mostly glacial lakes, but that includes Steuben County, LaGrange County, Elkhart, St. Joseph, and DeKalb counties.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yep.
We are so blessed right here in northern Indiana to have fish hatcheries and rearing stations.
Absolutely.
Could you tell us a little bit about that? And specifically, because I am such a trout fisherman, and a lot of people I know love to trout fish up here in northern Indiana. Fill us in on that, please.
Yeah,
Matt.
the trout program here in northern Indiana is very popular. It attracts a lot of people that first weekend of opener, which is typically on that first Saturday or the last Saturday in April. The facility that raises all those trouts, actually Curtis Creek Trout Rearing Station, just west of Howell, or east of Howell a little bit.
Okay.
Our inland program, we release roughly 50,000 trout throughout the entire state. So most of those go in during our lake stockings, which typically is about 25,000, which we put in late March, early April, and then we go ahead and stock the rest of those out into our streams prior to opening day.
Now, what are the size of those normally that you release? When we're talking rainbow trout, what's the normal size you release?
Yeah, normally those fish range anywhere from 9 to 11 inches, depending on how they feed and whether or not they're getting that adequate growth that we want to see. But typically they're that 9 to 11 inches.
Okay.
In the
and the minimum size in Indiana, I think, is pretty small. It's like 7 inches to keep, right?
7 inches. Typically, we like to try to get trout in that are already legal size to keep.
Yes.
Our program is strictly put and take. So
okay, understood.
Our trout streams are fairly marginal, so those trout don't last very long in there, just a couple of months. And we anticipate most of those trout being harvested before it gets too warm in the streams.
Good. And when we buy a fishing license, we're supporting that, correct?
Yeah, the trout and salmon stamp costs $11 to purchase, and all of those funds go towards raising and growing those fish.
Very good. So when we do see an increase in our fishing license, a lot of people do complain about that, but I've always looked at that as we are paying to fish, really, because it's supporting the program that you are so involved in and that makes fishing in northern Indiana so fun.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you for your work, and really, I'm not a complainer when it comes to fishing licenses. I've kind of always understood what that money goes for.
Yep.
So anything else you'd like to add about trout fishing in northern Indiana?
No, it's just we've got a couple of stockings coming up here. Memorial Day weekend, we stock a bunch of trout. So the trout will typically stay in the water until June, middle of June, up until July. And then with our brown trout, hopefully we can get some browns to stick around throughout the entire season. So.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate all the work you do because my whole family loves trout fishing, so we appreciate it. It's Gary from Outdoor Addiction. Make sure you get outside because remember, you never know where your outdoor addiction might lead you.
It's a fact. A&B Lawn and Landscape in Millersburg is known for their property management and landscaping. They've been in business since 2000. They feature mushroom compost, perfect around trees and in your garden, boulders, landscape stone, river rock, 73 limestone, building pads, shredded topsoil, and more. No load is too big or too small at A&B Lawn and Landscape in Millersburg. Are you a part of a small or large group looking for transportation to an exciting event or intriguing location? Well, look no further than Crossroad Tours in Shipshewana. Wi-Fi, onboard electric, and movies. 24, 44, and even 56 passenger buses. They're all waiting for you. Perfect for colleges and universities as well. Crossroad Tours in Shipshewana. Check them out online at crossroadbus.com. Before boarding your pet, visit T&B White's Pet Motel and Grooming in Bristol. At T&B White's, they have 26 state-of-the-art kennels. All floors have radiant heat for your pet's comfort, central air in the summer, and a roof over the outside runs to protect against the elements. At T&B White's, you'll find cat boarding and 2 full-time groomers that will absolutely spoil your pet. Visit T&B White's Pet Motel and Grooming in Bristol.
Go to gaspumpfreedom.com. That's gaspumpfreedom.com. gaspumpfreedom.com.
You know, here in northern Indiana, we are so blessed by the fact that the Indiana Department of Natural Resources releases over 55,000 trout every year in ponds and in lakes and in creeks, just like we have right here today. So we're going to give this a try. Now that trout season is open, it's time to get your rod and reels out and go enjoy your outdoor addiction. We're on the creek. We're getting some bites, and I just got, there he is. He jumped clear out of the water. He's going after this bait. Hold on just a second. Here he comes. Oh, yeah. Can you come down here and show him in the water? It's a little brown trout. We just got a little brown trout. Let's get him out of here. There he is right there. Look at this beautiful fish. I want to show you this beautiful brown trout we just caught. We're going to get him back in the water quick. He really got that little hook. I want to show you this beautiful fish. Look at that, colors on him. Beautiful little brown trout. We're going to release him back into the water. And there he goes. Let's try another cast, folks. Let's see if there's some more downriver or in this hole. I caught him right there, right along that bank. Let's try it right here. Love those little brown trout. They're so beautiful. The Indiana DNR tell me that they've been having a hard time with their brown trout stocking program, and so Indiana has taken the lead on this and hatching their own fish now. Up, you saw it. I just got in a tree. This is some of the fun of fishing the creek when you're not paying attention. This particular spot we're in, there was a lot of fishing pressure here the other day on opening morning. So I don't know how these fish are doing, and now I am in a tangled mess. This happens when you hit the water wrong, and I don't even know how this even happens. My swivel literally hooked a hook. I'm telling you, one of the most frustrating things in all of fishing are knots and things like this that seem impossible, like this cannot even happen. Look at this. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. That swivel literally went over that hook. And it won't stretch because it's all metal bait. I don't know how this stuff happens. I guess here's what I'll say about this. Welcome to the joy of fishing when all this does is frustrate you. Because if you're like me, you wait and wait and wait to finally start fishing, and then you have all this downtime, and look at that. This is nearly impossible. I don't even know how that happened. I don't even know what to do about it, to be honest with you. I don't know that I've ever seen this in 40 years of fishing. I don't know that I've ever seen this happen. Of course, I'm wasting all this fishing time here on this Monday evening. And I mean, I got a problem. So I'm going to get this figured out, and we'll be right back.
Breakfast never tasted so authentic at Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill. Sample one of our sizzling breakfast skillets topped with 2 eggs cooked your way. And don't forget to pair that with our specially made Monterey Blend coffee, freshly made to dine in or have catered at Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill in Mishawaka.
Hi, it's Captain Gary. You caught your fish of a lifetime, and now you're wondering what to do. Make sure you go see my friends at Ron's Taxidermy in Union, Michigan. Trust me when I tell you he is the best. With over 15 mounts to his credit that are hanging in my office and at my house, Ron is the only person I trust when it comes to a fish of a lifetime. Hey, it's Captain Gary here. Not only will you find me in a boat, you'll always find me in the fall in my deer stand. After I get my deer and it's time to have it processed, I always go to my friends, Dennis Miller, at Willow Valley Trades in Shipshewana, Indiana. Trust me when I tell you, the best venison sticks for a snack are always found at Willow Valley Trades. They are delicious, and you be sure to tell Dennis Captain Gary sent you.
At Tackle Shack in Middlebury, the knowledgeable staff, superior service, and high-end fishing baits, lures, and accessories are what they're known for. From Garmin's real-time live scan sonar to Megabass, Kitech brands, Shimano reels, and G Loomis rods. At Tackle Shack, they also install what they sell in their very own facility. Trust the pros at Tackle Shack when you stop by at 304 North Main in Middlebury. Visit them online as well. Tackle Shack. Fish on.
Lots of weeds in this area right here. We're just going to keep trying it. The water's pretty muddy. We've had a lot of rain, but oh, there he is. 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 Ha ha ha. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Little brown, little brown, little brown, little brown. There we go. Oh, look at this fish. Now in Indiana, that's not a legal brown, so we're going to have to release it. But I want to show you these beautiful brown trout in a minute. He really took that hook. Let me show you, and we're going to get him right back in the water. Look at that. Beautiful brown trout. I love these fish. Second cast, folks. That's why I love trout season in Indiana. Let's release him back into the water gently. We want this fish to grow up. This is where my daughter a few years ago caught a monster brown trout, and there he goes. Let's get back in the water. Again, trout season just opened a couple days ago. We're gonna keep fishing. Let's see if there's another one in this hole. Second cast, I cannot believe that. That was a lot of fun. Let's see if there's one more in here somewhere. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. I wanna show you what I'm using. Right there's more weeds, slap those off. Here's the bait I absolutely love. We're gonna show you up close. This is a 1/4 ounce Little Cleo provided by my friends over at Tackle Shack. This is my all-time favorite opening day or near opening day trout bait here in Indiana. You can get a little bit lighter, but I use the 1/4 ounce because it gives me just the depth I need when I'm fishing in about 4 feet of water. You can see it's got the treble hooks on it. Now, your local laws may not allow treble hooks everywhere, so make sure you know the body of water you're fishing. Here where we're at today, you can absolutely use this bait. It's silver, it looks just like a minnow when it's going through the water. Let's get back in, let's get some action. Let's see if there's another. Before I even start fishing, what I like to do is walk the creek, use my eyeballs, and find those deep trenches, because this creek out in the middle, seriously, there's spots where it's 6 inches deep, and you can see with your eyes that's not gonna hold trout right now. So what I've done, if you'll look right over here, see that grassy edge? That's a deep edge. You can see there's a good strong current there. It actually goes back up underneath the bank a little bit. So let's try a couple casts here and see if a trout is hanging out. There's one thing I've learned in all these years that I've been blessed to be on this earth, is that no life is without trouble. We all face something in life. We get a dreaded phone call, or maybe like me, you've even experienced cancer before. That's one reason I love the outdoors. I love coming and hearing the sounds of nature, watching the birds, seeing the creek flow by. Just a way to relax, even if it's only for a couple hours in the morning or evening. And my faith in Jesus Christ has meant so much to me also. So why not get outside, enjoy the gifts that God has given us, and remember this: you never know, truly, where your outdoor addiction may lead you.